Hey, everybody. This is Soph,
This is Rich.
and we are from across the
Across the
pond.
pond.
It is Fun Friday!
Brah, 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 brah.
Booyaka, booyaka!
Yes. I'm
How
loving
is
this
it?
energy already. I know that was a bit fake. You're already flagging. You've only done
I rushed,
30 seconds.
the blood rushed to my head when I went booyaka, booyaka. Got a little headache. I'm not
Keep
no
breath
spring
in through
chicken.
the nose, out through the mouth. We're back in the
All
room.
right, that's enough.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Back to
How was your
business.
week?
Come on now. We're professionals.
Okay, how was your week?
This week was actually good. I feel like it was very productive. Juggling, homeschooling, Alfie, work, fitness workout, going out to the shops, going out for your daily exercise. I feel like I've actually been on the ball this week. We're only starting March. It's only taken this long for me to
know,
get into
right?
it.
I have been under the weather.
Oh.
I went to the doctors and they gave me another what is it? Coronavirus test.
Oh yeah,
COVID test.
yeah.
And they stuck that thing straight up in my nose where my nose started bleeding. I mean, they was all up in there.
Don't it makes
And
me look at my eyes twitching just thinking about it.
oh man, my eyes twitched and my nose is bleeding. So they was all up in there. I just got it back today. It's negative. So
Well,
that's good.
That's good, but I mean,
My body still feels like crap though. I don't know. What if I'm one of them asymptomatic dudes? But then the test would say positive, huh?
correct. I think you're just tired. Typical man, lays it on thick. Just have a couple of good night's sleep. And
I'm gonna tell you right
"Oh,
now, when I don't feel
over."
good, I'm gonna tell you right now, when I don't feel good, I turn into a giant baby.
I was gonna say,
I do.
I bet
Hey, yo, I don't care what nobody say. They can play tough for as long as they can, but I tell you, when we get sick, I was bundled up like this last night watching cartoons.
I bet you any money you're a terrible patient.
What do you mean?
Needy.
I plead the fifth. But other than that, I've been home. My roof finally got fixed. I don't know if people remember that a tree fell on my roof.
Way back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, way before, I think it was like before Christmas or
before Corona, wasn't it?
Anywho, the people have finally came because we had a couple snowstorms here. So they finally came and redid my roof, which my roof looks brand new, like it never happened.
Well, get in. That's what we like to hear.
That is my week.
That's your week. That was a quick
Heading back to work. One day of work this week.
Well, come on. Be thankful for small mercies. One day is better than 5.
Well, I'm going to call them and tell them that my test came back negative, but I still feel like crap. Let's see if they'll let me stay home.
I doubt it, but we'll see. Place your bets, people. Will he get away with another day off? Not when they see this show, you you better be careful.
See, here we go. What's up with the negativity?
I've got your back. Oh my God, I said you better be careful.
Anywho,
the news.
What you got going on across the pond in the news?
Corona numbers have dropped. Funny how they're dropping now that they've started to open up the world again, the country again. But anyway, we won't get into that. Other than that, really, that's about it. I did, however, I wanted to find out exactly how much Kim and Kanye's divorce settlement was going to be, right? Because that is news. So far, that's yet to
news.
Yet,
go ahead.
It's yet to be decided. Yeah, our, as in our, me and thee, our news, because it's celebrity gossip. Mm-hmm. No settlement has been made yet. However, in the divorce, Kim will get, wait for it, the house that is worth £51 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I dread to think what the final settlement figure is going to be if one house is 51 million. And apparently one sink in there alone cost $30,000 for a sink
What?
that you wash your hands in. $30,000.
That sink would be reserved.
You
It'd
could
be
buy
reserved
you
for
could
me.
buy a small, well, you couldn't buy a house for that money, let's be honest. You could definitely
Does
buy a
it talk to
car.
you? Does the sink talk to you? Does it say, "Good morning, Kanye?
I'd want
Your
it to
hands are quite filthy. Don't forget to get underneath the nails."
I'd want it to do everything. Literally wash, dry, cream, moisturize, whatever. Also, in another news, there's a lot of controversy in the news at the minute going on about, I don't know if you've heard about it over there, you should do because it involves Oprah. And this is both across the pond. Monday, there's going to air an interview with Harry and Meghan. Prince Harry and Meghan gave Oprah an interview. Haven't you heard about it there?
No, I told you I've been under the weather. I've heard.
Yeah, and
I
you've been
haven't
on your
heard any
backside with your
celebrity
feet
gossip.
scotched up watching the telly, so it might have clipped up. But anyway, there's a loads of stuff going on about it over here. They're still rinsing Meghan, saying that she's this, she's that, she's the other. You know, they shouldn't have done it. Harry shouldn't have done the interview. Blah blah blah.
Oh, they steady throwing the sister under the bus.
Oh yeah, and they're taking him with them, the ginger. But I'm going to watch it. So I like Harry and Meghan, so I'm going to watch it. And
I like Harry and Meghan. I like Harry out of all of them anyway. I like Harry out of all of them anyway.
And I like me some Oprah, so I'm going to be right amongst it on Monday.
I ain't a big Oprah fan, but go ahead.
Anyway, I'm going to watch it on Monday. So Friday, I'll be able to report back, see what they got to say for themselves. Actually, in my week, the other thing that did happen at the beginning, my hairdresser, she contacted me and said, we're allowed to work. Do you want an appointment? Hell to the yeah. That was the best news ever. Look at these.
Ain't nothing wrong with her hair.
Listen, I've got to wait another month though. After the 31st of March.
Oh, you're going to get it chopped?
I'm going to look like that again. 31st of March.
You can get it chopped.
News. What's in the news across the sea?
Man, we got two states going plumb crazy right now. Was it Florida and Texas said, fudge it.
Drop the
We're
mask.
opening, no masks. They opening up everything. They don't care about the vaccine. They don't care about people having COVID. They said they ready to party. So them was the only two states that just said, forget about it.
And I don't mean to be rude. Are them two near each other? Like, are they neighbors or?
No. The thing about Florida and Texas can actually survive on its own, and so can Florida. They don't need a lot of help because they have all the natural resources right then and there. So they just like, fudge it. We out here. If you get sick, you get sick. They opened up. I'm talking about they opened up everything. You don't have to wear a mask. You'll get your vaccine when you get your vaccine. If you get COVID, you get COVID. They do not care.
Is Disney World open?
I don't know. I ain't never been to Disney World. I ain't trying to go. Also, the head of the FBI got interviewed about the insurrection on, the 6th.
What do you mean? Hold on. What's the insurrection on the 6th?
When they charged the Capitol.
Oh, okay.
And I just think it was to me, it was a waste of time. I mean, it was just a waste. It was a waste of time. I watched most of it, and the guy, to me, I mean, I gotta give him credit because he was smooth with it. Like when they was asking him all kind of questions, he was like, open up his little water. He was like, let's go. And I mean, some of the stuff he talked about was all right, but then when he got to talking about like the FBI ain't crooked and they ain't one-sided, I don't know, because if the Black Panthers or a Black affiliation ran up in the Capitol, there'd been a whole lot more deaths, I have to say. They wouldn't have waited they wouldn't have waited to come in there and do us in. That's how I feel. And then, celebrity news. And don't you say a word. Coming to America 2 came out today. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Tune in next week for our film review to find out what we think about it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I just said, don't say a word.
I haven't said a word apart from that we'll review it next week. Jesus.
Anywho, that was going on in the news here. Oh yeah, and New York got Trump's taxes. I ain't heard nothing else since then. They Trump probably muzzled them all, got them down in the basement somewhere, because you think he John Gotti.
Who's that?
A mafia gangster.
Oh.
He thinks he's a gangster. Oh, he did have his first speech last weekend, and it was a bunch of bull. You still got Republicans thinking that he's the president. Somebody said in their eyes, he's still the president. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He is not the president. Oh, and they did pass the bill, but the $15 pay raise ain't in there. That's all in the news for us.
What can you say? And the news, weekly news, that is a wrap.
I mean, because just before we get into Fun Friday, if they made minimum wage $15 an hour, to me, I think that's a little unfair. I think it's too much. I mean, that's just me, because that means
it's too much.
Yeah, I do. I just saw a sign the other day that there was a sign for hiring at my favorite place, Burger King, and it was $11 an hour. That's good enough for me, because I mean, what makes you want to strive to be better if you're working at $15 an hour? We got people out here that's working $15 an hour will never want to move up. Would never want to get a better job.
I think our minimum wage is £10. I want to say £10.28.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably about $12, I think.
Minimum I'm gonna tell you right now. When I worked part-time and I was making peanuts, and it gave me enough money to do what I have to do, but it made you want to, like, man, I want a better job.
Geez, I remember, this is talking about inflation now. I remember when minimum wage was like £6 something, £6.25.
I remember I was happy. My shit was like 4 something. And I was like, yeah.
It's funny though. We're definitely going to have to make, in fact, I'm getting the pen out. We're going to have to make money, like one of our serious Sunday topics, because quickly, when I learned to drive, it was like £20 a lesson for an hour. And I remember my dad saying, when I learned to drive, it was £2.50 a lesson, So.
Your people didn't teach you how to drive? Because my big brother taught me how to drive. Wow. And my dad. Yeah, we don't do driving lessons around here. You shoot from the hip. Everybody jump in the whip. You'll learn.
That's another serious Sunday topic right there. But today,
yes,
it's Fun Friday.
Today we just want to give shout out to my boy Jamie Foxx for being the first Black Disney character in a lead role
to win an award
and win a Golden Globe on top of it. So today we're gonna be talking about Disney cartoons. I love me some cartoons, yo.
Do you know what?
I'm being 8 years old. I'm gonna be rocking Disney cartoons.
It doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're man, woman, whatever, boy, girl, beast, dog. Everyone has got a favorite Disney cartoon, right? A Disney
cartoons hit different.
Okay.
I don't care nobody say. Disney cartoons hit different than regular cartoons.
Before we get to the fun part, sorry, I'm trying to get comfy. You know me, still haven't got a chair.
She's sitting on telephone books, people.
Pile of them. Before we get into the fun part, I've got to say, Walt Disney himself has got a lot to answer for. Because it's all lies. There isn't a Prince Charming that rides along on a white horse and saves you and you get married and live happily ever after. It don't happen.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman is not a Disney film.
I know, but He rode in on that white limo and was
I
like, "Come
know.
on, girl,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
turn this hoe into a housewife."
okay, TikTok. But yeah, you don't. And do you know what? I swear to goodness, if I had a daughter now, I would have said to her, "Love Disney films, watch them, but they're not real life. It is a fairy tale, and life ain't a fairy tale."
It's a cartoon. You're not supposed to take it real serious.
But you
Little
believe
kids,
that when
little
you're younger,
girls
you
love being
believe.
princesses. Little girls love being princesses. It is what it is.
Okay, what's your favorite Disney film?
I got a handful of them.
You're only allowed one absolute top
Only allowed
favorite.
one?
Yeah, we can talk about favorites, but only one top favorite.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with, I hope this is the right one.
OM to the G.
I don't know if it's the 101 Dalmatians or the Aristocats where they had the Siamese cats in there tearing shit up.
Oh yeah, that's actually Lady and the Tramp.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then this Lady's in the Tramp then.
How?
I told you I got a bunch of them. They just all mashed for me because I told you Disney cartoons just hit different for me. But don't you love like it?
You mean We Are Siamese? If you
Yeah,
please.
whatever.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Hey, check
Lady and the
this out.
Tramp.
It's been a
Now
minute.
for me, like, and see now I'm gonna go against the grain. I have got
Only one. Only one.
it is Beauty and the Beast, but my mum will tell you when I was younger, I used to love Sleeping Beauty because at the end, the three fairies are there and they keep changing her dress. Like as she's finally got the prince and they're dancing, they keep going pink, blue, and they keep changing her dress. So I used to annoy my mum by saying pink and blue all the time.
We were only supposed to pick one.
Beauty and the Beast, I said, was mine.
And you threw in another cartoon. I didn't get a chance to throw in another cartoon.
You did. You threw in three because you couldn't even remember what one it was. So
I'm telling you, Disney cartoons just hit different. I'm gonna tell you the very first cartoon besides Lady of the Tramp that I think every boy liked was the Jungle Book. That was my joint. Because you can tell the orangutan was black.
My mum always says that Alfie reminds her of Mowgli. You know, the little boy in the Jungle Book. My mum said Alfie reminds her of him with his little gangly legs.
Mowgli. I'm telling you, yo, the Jungle Book was it. The orangutan and Baloo. Them two right there was my two characters in the Jungle Book. But then you know what? When I got older, I'm gonna tell you another one. My oldest stepson, I was dating her mom at the time, and he was like 3. And I'm gonna tell you, he had me hooked. We watched, you know, when you're trying to get in good with the baby mama.
This is supposed to be a family show.
You're trying to get in good. Well, I ended up marrying her and divorcing her, so it happens. He was 3, and you know what we watched like every night? Oliver and Company.
I love that one, and you know the thing is,
I love that cartoon to this day.
If you ask people to rail off Disney films, they always leave that one out.
Right, and that was
hood. That one.
What, yo? That was hood, yo. I love Oliver and Company. I like. Okay, give me your top 5 now, since you already picked one. All right.
OMG. Okay, well, Beauty and the Beast, obviously. Cinderella. I like The Rescuers. You know, the 2 little mice, Bernard and Bianca. I've got 2 left. Oh, let me think. I'm going to chuck Oliver and Company in there and Aristocats.
Good one.
You, 5.
All right. First one's Lady and the Tramp. The Jungle Book. Fox and Hound.
Oh, I love that one.
Fox and Hound was my joint.
Love that one.
Actually, I just watched that the other day. Actually, I ain't even going front.
I cried like a baby. I still would.
Oliver and Company.
One more.
Now, this is the hard one right here because there's two of them, but this one has to be at the top. 5 Goes West. That was my joy.
Didn't you like the first one better? What was that? That was the second one.
No, I think that's the first one.
No, the first one is wow, American sorry.
5 Goes West.
5 Goes West is the second one because he goes to the desert. Please Google it. I swear to God, I'm going to Google it right now. It was called.
See, look. I'm bringing out people's inner childhood because 5 Goes West was the shizzy it-ish. Look it up.
It was called An American Tale. 5 Goes West is the sequel. Don't test me on Disney.
You're saying 5 of the American Tale?
No, it's just called An American Tale, where he goes missing. He gets separated from his family when they go on a boat. He sings a song about being under the same moon with his sister, even though they're on separate sides. Then he meets that big cat. He finds his way home. Next, 5 Goes West. They go to the desert. All that malarkey. That's what you're on about.
I don't care, but still 5.
Don't test me, man. Don't test me.
Guess what? 5 Goes West was the isn't. And then you had them. Did you ever watch Disney movies in school?
No. What school did you go to?
Yeah, like, right before the holiday, y'all say, well, before, school break.
Yeah.
We'll always end up like in music class or the end of the day, like when there wasn't really teaching, they would pull out that big TV.
Oh yeah, but we never watched Disney films. You had to watch.
Oh man, we watched Charlotte Web like it was nobody's business.
Oh, Charlotte's Web. I don't know if that's a Disney one though, is it?
Ain't it a Disney movie?
I don't think
Charlotte's
so.
Web is.
Charlotte's Web. Also, I know it's not. I'm going to take a curveball here. I know it's not a Disney one. What was the one with the dinosaurs? The Land Before Time. Oh,
isn't that a Disney movie?
With Littlefoot. I don't think so. No.
I did watch that. I watched that in school. Hold up, I'm about to find out.
Man, I've been going to the wrong school. I don't think Disney have done a copy of Charlotte's Web, have they?
I'm gonna see if Charlotte's Web is a Disney movie.
As you can see, this week for once, Rich has not done his homework and come prepared. He has decided to wing it, like me.
Oh no, you just looked up something too. Hold up now, don't go there.
I'd like to prove that I was correct and you were actually incorrect.
Is Charlotte's Web?
You should have looked. We would have been so much quicker.
No, you just. And it is.
Really? Obviously not a popular one.
Charlotte's Web was popular over here. I don't know if it was popular over there, but it was popular here.
But we haven't mentioned. To be honest, I thought you were going to say The Lion King because everybody always says that.
I'm so over The Lion King.
Oh, I know. My cousin, like you saying about your stepson, watched it over and over again. My cousin, when she was younger, used to watch it about 3 times in a row every day. I swear to God, I still know every single word to the whole film, never mind the songs. But also we didn't say about things like Monsters Inc. or Toy Story. They're not my favorites, but I've seen them.
They're Disney movies though. I thought they were Pixar.
They're Disney Pixar, both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dumbo. Oh my God, Dumbo is so cute. Come on.
Dumbo. Oh.
When he gets separated.
Pinocchio.
Me. Pinocchio could take it or leave it. I did like the little conscious bug thing, his conscience. Jiminy Cricket, yeah.
Jiminy Cricket, you like that? All love Pinocchio. You like Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
Okay, mad at you. 101 Dalmatians, all of them. And what I'm starting not to like? These live action Disney movies,
I was
man.
just about to ask you exactly the same. Now,
'Cause I did
I'm
not
not.
like the Lion King, the actual film live action. They should have just left that alone.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Aladdin.
I put it on to watch it, the live action. I fell asleep at the beginning when they lifted up Simba, and I didn't wake up to the credits at the end. So I still don't know what happens. But Beauty and the Beast live action, come on, man, that is a good one. Have you seen it?
I ain't a fan. I ain't a fan of the live action Disney movies. I really ain't. I think they just take away from. There's a lot that you can do in a cartoon than you can't do in real life. So it kind of just to me.
But have you seen the Beauty and the Beast live action?
Yeah, the singing one. What's that girl from Harry Potter?
Yeah, Watson.
I wasn't feeling that either.
And do you know what? It wasn't until that film that I realised that the guy who plays Gaston is actually gay in real life. I didn't know that till that film.
Really?
Yeah.
Gaston is gay.
Yes.
Well, but you know what though? Aladdin, I really didn't like.
You didn't?
Oh no.
What,
I did
Disney
not
or
like
live action?
the live action one
With Will Smith?
Now I'm gonna tell you, Will Smith can do a lot of things. Aladdin wasn't one of them. He can do a lot of things, but Aladdin
I
wasn't
ain't
one of
seen
them.
it.
I don't. Oh my God! Like I said, like certain cartoons, you just can't. Robin Williams nailed the Aladdin. He nailed the genie. I said not Aladdin, but he nailed the genie to the point to where like some movies you just can't duplicate. And I can understand Will Smith trying to make it his own, but
the
Robin
most
Williams
recent
nailed
live
that.
action one is Mulan. I ain't seen it yet, but
Now you know what? I'm gonna have to say I like action, so it was a lot of martial arts, and the really thing that I liked about it that it was an all Asian cast, but it was
okay.
like the actual story. It wasn't like the cartoon again. Where's the little dragon? You don't see him, and he's the comedy relief. You don't see him, so.
Okay, so what Disney films are you not a fan of? Like there are some where I'm just like, meh, I've seen them once, I don't require to see them again.
Most of the live action ones I would rather not see again.
No, okay, I'm on about cartoon ones.
Oh, you talking about cartoon Disney joints? I don't know, man, because Disney joints just like I said, they just hit different. Like
They do,
you
but
might not want to watch it now, but then like you see it pop up on the TV and you just be like, dang.
no, you see now
Oh,
there's
I'm
a
gonna
couple.
tell you the one I didn't like. All right, I'm gonna tell you the one I didn't like. Fantasia. I hated that.
It's just because it's long. It ain't really a film, is it? It's just animals prancing about.
Bunch of orchestras and I didn't like that. I didn't like the new one or the old one.
I tell you what I didn't like. I didn't really like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I found that boring. Mm-hmm. I also didn't like Hercules. I didn't really like Pocahontas. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't like Pocahontas either.
Yeah. Just around the river bend.
Did you like Emperor's New Groove?
Emperor's New Groove. I'd say it's middle of the road. Take it or leave it. I'd watch it again. It's not on the. It's not on the. Get it off my shelf pile.
One, I'm gonna tell you another cartoon that I liked that was kind of slept on, and that was Atlantis.
Atlantis. Is that Disney?
Yeah, that's Disney.
Mm-hmm. Should I tell you what I found? Have you seen The Princess and the Frog?
I did like that.
Yeah, I liked that. That was obviously the first time that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go for it. I'm sorry. I'll cut you right off.
Sorry. That was the first Black princess, but took my niece to the cinema to see that, right? And I was thinking to myself, this is meant to be a kids' Disney film. It's about voodoo.
Wasn't it kind of creepy?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was creepy. Like, all right, I get it that New Orleans, their heritage, the culture has a lot of voodoo in it. I get it.
But it's supposed to be a
children's cartoon. Mm-hmm. That stuff almost had me want to keep the lights on. But
yeah, I didn't think it was very child-friendly. It was a good film and I liked it, but I was an adult. They weren't very child-friendly. I did like it though.
So hit different though.
Mm-hmm.
I like
And
so.
she's all about the food, so girl after my own heart.
Yeah. But I thought Jamie Foxx did a good thing in Soul though.
I did. And was that our second movie review for the radio? I think it was.
For Soul, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I really loved it. I'm not gonna lie. I know what one
I'm
of your
saying
I
Disney
know what
cartoon.
one of your favorite Disney films is.
What?
The Little Mermaid.
No, you know that ain't my. No, you know that ain't even my cartoon. And you see, I left it off of there too, but you just had to bring it up. Oh, I just tell
Okay,
you.
quickly going back to live action. What about Maleficent? Didn't you like that?
Creepy. I thought the first one was really good, but the second one was creepy as
I haven't
fish.
seen the second one.
Oh man, they got the oh man. To me, it freaks me out when I like the part where they're flying and stuff, but there's some parts where they got other flying, I don't know what they call them, flying joints. That was creeping me out.
Flying joints? What are they, birds?
Flying people. You know how like Maleficent had wings. Then in the second one, there was a lot more people with wings, and that was creeping me out. That was just creeping me out. They could have left that out. It was like a whole bunch of them flying around. I was just like, oh.
What about
Yeah.
Bambi?
Oh man, Bambi.
That was a sad one.
Watched that in school and it was just horrifying.
You
It was
and
like,
your
yo,
school, man. Wow.
he's an orphan. Where his daddy at?
What about Peter Pan?
I love me some Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now, you know what? Now that's one of the ones that I like. And again, when you have a certain actor do his thing, it's kind of hard to like redo it. The one with Robin Williams, I don't know if it was Return of Peter Pan
It was Hook. It was called Hook.
or Hook. That joint was off the chain. I thought that was really good.
But then wouldn't you class that as a live action? Because it was the Disney. Yeah.
Did you just say live action?
You didn't hear, is that what you said?
That's what you said. That's what you said, live action. Now, you know what? They got a Disney live action movie coming out. I just saw the trailer 2 days ago, and that's Cruella.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, Cruella,
It's the
from Cruella de
origin
Vil.
of Cruella de Vil. It's her origin story.
But they've already done a film action of 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, but it was more about the dogs, though. This one's about herself, like how she became Cruella or whatever.
Okay, what about Tarzan? That, I think for me, that was another one I could take it or leave it.
What, as a cartoon or live action?
Yeah. Cartoon. I'm not really into the live action.
I like the cartoon, but the cartoon to me, they had it like where he was like surfing on branches and stuff. I didn't really feel that. When I grew up on Tarzan, the black and white version, the live action one. So I was kind of like more or less like wanted to see him like swing around and stuff, but he was like surfboarding and skateboarding on branches and stuff.
It was quite cute though. I mean, for me, Disney films ain't like they used to be. Like, if a Disney film come out, I'd have to watch it. You know, like all this Cinderella, Snow White, and the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, Sleeping Beauty, whatever. They're like classic.
Robin Hood with the fox.
Oh, I love that one. But now, like, I've never seen Frozen. Right. I've never seen Frozen. I've never seen Moana. Like all those recent ones, I'm just like, they're not the same.
Well, they got a new one coming out today called Raya.
Who?
It's called Raya. It's about two different and it's two different girls fighting each other.
Great.
It's weird. I only saw it like maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday because I told you I was laid up. So I was watching trailers and stuff. I'm into that. So they got a new Disney cartoon called Raya that's supposed to be coming out today on Disney Plus, or you can see
Was
it.
was Wally Disney? You know that robot thing, Wally.
Yeah, I didn't even like that either because there wasn't
Yeah,
no words in it.
I haven't
I don't think
watched
there
it.
was any words in it, was it?
Isn't there another one? Big Hero 6. Was that it? Big white thing.
I did like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. But my brain's working overtime to try and dig around and remember them all.
Yeah, like but you're right. The newer cartoons aren't as good as the ones we grew up with.
Classics, I'm telling you.
Because I can't really say a new one right now would be considered a classic. Soul would probably be considered a
Oh,
classic
most deaf.
now. Um, Hold up, there's another one that I would consider a classic right now. Frozen right now by far is going to be considered a classic. I'm gonna give you a quick story about Frozen.
Go for.
My son, he was younger then. He's old head now, but was diagnosed with leukemia and he was stuck in the hospital. In the beginning, they keep him in the hospital for like a week or so, and then as the treatment goes on, he spends less and less more time in the hospital. Well, he was in the hospital, and I kid you not, we was trying to look for a movie, and there was nothing on the TV but Frozen. And it's coincidental, every room had that movie on.
Oh my
On the
god.
children's floor, that's all you heard. The nurses was like, you would not believe this. This is like really weird. But every kid's room had that Frozen on. Frozen like kind of blew up. Like everybody, I actually watched it and I was like, oh, this is kind of dope.
Have you seen the second one?
Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about it.
Don't you find that it's the same with most films when they do an absolute banger and then they go and do another one and it's never the same?
Well, that's true. You can never hold up to the original.
Mm-mm.
There's very few films that hold up to the original. Godfather is one of them.
True, but it ain't a Disney movie.
But it ain't a Disney movie. I'm just giving you an example.
I hear you.
But then I'm gonna tell you one thing though. I used to work for the Disney store.
No way. Get out of town.
Yeah. Oh man. And guess what? I was like the only black dude, and they always put me in the middle. And at the end, we had these like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse sweaters, and it had like a little M on it, and you had your little name tag. And in the middle, we used to hold hands and we used to sing, and we used to sing the Mickey Mouse song.
A hot dog song?
The Mickey Mouse song.
Oh.
MIC, see you real soon, K. Yeah, man, we used to do this every night, man. It was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get clowned. But every night you had to wear beige khakis, a white shirt, and they gave you this baby blue and dark blue
Cardigan. Was it a cardigan?
Yeah, with the M on it. And I remember because Hunchback in Notre Dame had just came out, Pocahontas had just came out, and they had like all the stuffed animals, and they had like porcelain stuff and anything that you can get from Walt Disney. It was in this store. And then you know what? The only good thing I liked about it is if you stayed there every 6 months, you got 2 tickets to Walt Disney World.
No way.
They gave you 2 tickets, and I gave them to my niece because her mom was a flight attendant. So I was like, I ain't never making it to no Walt Disney World. So you can tell I stayed for like a year.
I've been to Disney World and I'd go again.
Would you?
Yeah.
I heard that it's a lot of walking.
It is a lot of walking, especially if you go to, what park is it? There's one park that literally you walk around and you see every country of the world. Like you go to the bit where's England and they got a pub and a chip shop and something to do with the Queen. Then you walk along a little bit and there's France. They got a mini Eiffel Tower. So you walk, like me and my mom, I think in that one park was walking for 8 hours.
Now, can you drink?
Can you drink? What do you mean?
Like you said, there was a pub and chips.
Yeah.
Could you drink there?
Yeah, you could go and get a pint and fish and chips.
Well, did they give you something to wear so that they know that you're allowed to drink?
Well, no, they'd ask you if for ID, if you looked under, they'd ask you for ID if you looked underage, I suppose.
Oh.
Because you got to be 21 there, right? We only got to be 18 here.
Oh, there's a Walt Disney World in the UK.
No, to drink alcohol.
That is true.
I mean, I think I was about 26 when we went, so I was all right.
Yeah. I have never went. I remember when I was a kid, they used to have the Disney movie. It used to come on Sunday nights. That's when you knew it was almost time to go to school because you would take a bath. Well, in my house, you would get a bath. And right before you went to bed on Sunday night, they had the Disney movie. And man, we used to watch that and be like, couldn't it be a little bit longer? I don't
Oh.
want to go to bed.
Yeah, they got on the Disney Channel. They have like a nighttime story thing. I think it finishes at 7. That used to be Alfie's bedtime. He used to like watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse when they sing hot dog, hot diggity dog song. You know, he used to like that.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
Now, cartoons, I'm just saying again, Disney cartoons just hit different. If you grew up watching Disney cartoons, regular cartoons, I think Disney cartoons are just totally different from any Saturday morning cartoons or after school cartoons. They
Okay.
just hit different.
There's one we haven't mentioned, which is animation and live action, and is one of the best and should have been dropped like a bomb in my top 5. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I love me that. Bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny seat. What's wrong with Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Live action and cartoon. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's in the same one, because when they go and play the football match under the sea, it goes to cartoon then, right?
Yeah. That's almost like Mary Poppins then.
Do you know what? Mary Poppins, the most recent one that came out about 2 years ago, I went to London with my cousin to see it, and we went and watched it in 4D. Now, I'm telling you, I laughed from start to finish, not necessarily because the film was funny. My chair was moving all over the place. I thought I was going to fall out. Water was coming from the sky. Air was blowing in your face.
You talking about when they slid into the tub?
Yeah.
I did like that. But I'm going to tell you, the original Mary Poppins was dope.
With Dick Van Dyke.
Mm-hmm. And he was in this one too.
I know. I saw it in the cinema.
Towards the end. I was like, oh, because at first I was like, yo, how they gonna have my man play the chimney sweeper without Dick Van Dyke?
Oh yeah, he is the original.
And then on top of that, I'm like, yo, I ain't feeling that. But then when he showed up, I was like, yeah, boy.
He was there.
Let me tell you right now, Dick Van Dyke, he was the man in all the Disney joints.
Okay, so let me tell you this story before we try and wrap it up, because we still got a series segment to do. When I went to Disney World with my mum, we went to like Universal Studios and all those other places, but there was one we went to and they gave you you know the film Twister, you know, where the big twister Fujit comes and blows everyone away.
Yeah, with the cows and all that.
Yeah, we went on, it wasn't really a ride, but they give you a tour, like, and tell you all the secrets, right? So you know Dick Van Dyke was singing in the rain. Mm-hmm. The guy said at the time water wouldn't show up on camera, so when he was singing in the rain they had to use milk as the rain to get it to show on the camera.
Wow.
So he was actually singing in milk.
Really? Now you sure that was Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah.
Singing in the rain?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Shall I look it up? Because you might take a little bit more time.
I love me some singing in the rain. Hold up. Cast of...
Oh, sorry, it was Gene Kelly.
I thought the say.
Oh well. Potato, tomato. Dick Van Dyke, Gene Kelly.
Later that. Are you sure, Gene?
Oh well. It's a bit like what was my first faux pas? Tom Selleck. It was another Tom Selleck moment. Dick Van Dyke. What can I say? We got there in the end.
He was not in that movie at all. I got the whole cast. It was not. He was.
Well, anyway, Gene Kelly was singing in milk, not water.
Singing in milk, not water.
Yepper.
We just wanted to give shout out to Jamie Foxx as being the first male Golden Globe winner.
Yeah, I think
for
he's the
Disney
main reason we
fans.
chose this as a fun Friday because he the man.
Peter Pan, Hook.
Jamie is
Oh,
the
and
man.
don't forget, Finding Nemo.
Oh yeah, see, this is the problem, and this is what annoys me about our show is when we finished. Moments later, I'll be like, "Oh man, I didn't say this. Oh man, what
No,
about that
right?
one?"
Yeah,
Finding Image,
like King Arthur.
Sword in the Stone.
That's what I meant to
I
say.
liked that one.
That was another one I watched on Fox 43 in black and white, eating some cookies and some milk.
I loved that one. If anyone's thought of any more that we've missed out, especially me and my cousin are big Disney fans, we always watch it or we go to the cinema if a new one comes out.
Mm-hmm. If anybody is watching, which we know there are people who love us, comment at the bottom if we missed any of your Disney cartoons or your Disney favorites.
Yeah, because I'm sure as soon as we, like I said, when we go, I'm going to be like, oh man, I didn't say that one. Oh man.
Oh man, especially our one favorite. He comes at us, yo. Like I think he watches and sends a comment, watches some more
Yeah,
and
he
sends a comment.
comments as the show's going on.
Sends a comment, which I happen to love.
Our notifications go off the wall. Oh, mate, he's
I
watching.
love it. I love it because you can tell he probably laying up in bed like, oh my God, I remember this cartoon. Y'all ain't say this cartoon.
Is it The Incredibles? Is that a Disney one?
It's a Disney Pixar, yeah.
Yeah. Still not a favorite, but it came to my brain.
I mean, it was all right. I didn't like the last one. The second one, I think they waited too late.
You're right.
I think they should have jumped right on it. And Cars.
Oh my God, Alfie loves Cars. Cars 2, Cars 3.
I ain't going front. I like some Cars too, though.
He loves Cars, and he's got every single virtually character.
All night long. I don't know the words.
Virtually every character to Cars downstairs. Lightning McQueen, get in.
Oh man, I love you some Cars, yo.
You know who I like in Cars? I like Mater because he's a bit dumb, but he's likable.
Who made her?
Yeah, with the big teeth. You know, the truck in Cars.
The tow truck.
Yeah, that's
everybody likes the tow truck.
I always like the character, like in Cinderella. My favorite character in that is the fat mouse called Gus, who just can't really speak and never keeps up. I like the underdog. I'm fighting for the underdog.
You know what? I always seem to gravitate towards not the main character, but the sidekicks.
Sidekicks.
Yeah, sidekicks.
All right.
All right. On to our series of the week.
Series of the week. And it is one of my absolute favorites.
I think it's so good.
And there's a new season, as you would say, I would say series is. There's a new season out, which is yet to land in the UK, which is paining me because you must have nearly finished it there. What is it, Richalicious?
The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor. Oh, I love him.
I think he's is he autistic?
Yeah.
He's autistic and he wants to become a surgeon.
Yeah. And to be fair, I'm not going to lie, that was the main reason I watched it. Obviously, Alfie's autistic, so I like to watch programs to see how they portray autistic people. Is it realistic, you know? Oh my God, I think I cry at literally every single episode, you know.
Yo, this one, can I just give you a little sneak peek of this season?
Go forth.
There's another artistic kid just as smart as him.
Is he a doctor as well? Oh. But you know what I love about him? Like, he looks at somebody, like when they say, oh, this is what's wrong with him. He's got this blocked, that blocked, and this ain't working. We can't figure it out. He like goes into a stare and then they show you like the workings out of his brain. And then he all of a sudden says, he's got blah, 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 blah. And they're like, what? And he's like, he's got blah, 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 you know.
He's not doing it right.
I know.
No. And I like him as an actor.
Yeah, because he's
a child actor. You know what? He's a very few child actors who've made it into adulthood.
He was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, but he played in a lot of other ones too.
Oh no, well, that's the only one I can bring to mind. But no, The Good Doctor, absolutely,
Yeah.
LOVE it. Still eggy that we haven't got the latest season here.
What's your rating?
5 out of 5, no questions asked. Ain't even got to think about it.
5 out of 5, hands down. The Good Doctor.
Let me write that down here.
There.
10 out of 10. 5-star. Anybody who has not seen The Good Doctor yet, get it. Where can they watch it there? It's on Sky over here, or catch up.
Just on regular TV.
Yeah,
Sky is like regular TV for you, right?
Yeah.
So it's like on regular TV here. I think it's like NBC or.
I think it's Sky Atlantic. I'd have to triple, quadruple check, but I'm sure it's Sky Atlantic.
Hold
but
on,
yeah, The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor
is I love it.
I love it a lot.
A lot too for me.
Series.
Are you Googling something?
I'm Googling The Good Doctor. Where to watch it?
He's come prepared.
Well, I come prepared today.
That's what happens when you have a couple of days off work. Get used to putting your feet up.
What? Really?
You should have been on the ball with a research today.
I said I wasn't feeling well. That was the truth.
Yeah, but your fingers still work.
I still feel like crap.
Your fingers still work.
Yeah, they do. ABC. It's on ABC.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
ABC. 1, 2, 3. ABC. The Good Doctor.
If anyone has seen it, like the films, leave us a comment. What did you think? Did you LOVE it as much as us? Because we loved us some Sean.
Yeah, I love me some Good Doctor.
Me
too. Well, people, we can ready to wrap it up here. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
Is, unfortunately, it is just us on Sunday. There's no guest.
Not yet.
Damn.
Once a month. This month just started, so not yet.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying, just us again. These beautiful faces. I've drunk too much coffee, I think, today.
This is Soph.
This is Rich.
And we are from across the pond. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right, now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right, now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right, now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. All right. Now, before we go, if anyone didn't see it, the mastermind who did that jingle for us was on our show last Sunday. He was on our last Sunday show. Yes. We did a great interview with him. His answers were amazing. He had zero idea what we were going to ask him. We fired it on all cylinders. I even dropped the bomb and asked him to drop a couple of beats while we was on air, and he did it. She means freestyle, not beats. She did call him out, and he did the dang thing. He did. He dropped it like it was hot. Nice. So if you ain't watched it yet, it is locked and loaded on YouTube. Yepper. Rich, I'm going to see you on Sunday to get serious. Yes, we're going to get real serious. We're going to bring the tissues on this. Oh, God, yeah. I forgot for a split second what the subject was. Yeah, serious Sunday. Oh, my God, you've even got a tissue ready. Yepper. It's not a joking matter, you know. I know. All right, folks. Serious Sunday. See you there. Serious Sunday. Yepper.